Hello, my name is Alicia Mitiraman. My metric number is MS240929790. Today, I would like to share with you an educational approach that has gained significant attention in recent years. An approach that shifts the way we think about teaching and learning. My presentation is titled Differentiated Instructions, a way of thinking about teaching and learning. Understanding differentiated instructions. When we hear from term differentiated instructions, many people think of it as just set of teaching, right? Technique or strategies used to manage students of verifying abilities. However, this interpretation is far too narrow and does not reflect the true essence of the approach. As stated in an insightful quote, differentiated instructions is not just a set technique or strategies, but a way of thinking about teaching and learning. This quote invites us to rethink education not as the same delivery of content, but as a learn-centered practice where the needs of each individual student are prioritized. Differentiated instruction is not something we apply occasionally. It is philosophy that guides every teaching decision we make. It requires us as educators to be flexible thinker, to be sensitive to the uniqueness of each student, and to be willing to adapt our instructional methods so that every learner has the opportunity to thrive. The four core elements of differentiated instruction. There has four elements. The first one is readiness, interest, learning style, and learning environment. Let me now elaborate on each of these elements. So the first one is readiness. The first element is referred to a student's current level of knowledge and skills related to specific topic. We must acknowledge that students do not all start out at the same point. Some students may already grasp a concept, while others may still require foundation support. So meaning here, student still want support from the teachers. A teacher who embraces differentiated instruction will be highly aware of students' readiness levels and design activities that help them progress from where they are. This means we need to use frequent informative assessment rather than relying solely on and off term exams. For example, in teaching fraction in mathematics, a student who struggles may need hands-on activities and one-on-one guidance, while a student who has already mastered the concept can be given more advanced challenges like real-world problem solving or even creating their own problems. This approach ensures no student is left behind or left feeling bored because anyone learns at a pace that suits of them. The second element is interest. When learning is connected to something a student is generally interested in, their motivation will increase and they become more actively engaged. Here, the teacher plays a vital role in understanding what students enjoy and finding ways to link that the subject matters. For instance, if a student loves animals, the teacher can offer the student the option to write an essay, create a project, or deliver a presentation related to animal habitats or conservation issues. Giving student choice based on their interest not only makes learning more enjoyable, but also allow them to express themselves creatively and build a deeper connection with the content. In differentiated instruction, student voice and choice are very matter. The third one is learning style. Every student processes and observes information differently. Some students learn best visually through diagrams, videos, or illustrations. Others make gaps concepts better auditorily by listening to explanation or engaging in discussions. Still others may be kinesthetic learner who learn best through hands-on activity or movement. A teacher who adopts differentiated instruction will vary the instructional methods to ensure that all students can access the content in a way to resonates with their preferred style. Although recent research suggests that learning styles are not fixed and can change over time, a variety of instructional approach has been proven to benefit student learning, especially in diverse classroom. For example, combining visual presentations, group discussion, individual tasks, and interactive materials can create a richer and more inclusive learning experience for all students. The fourth is learning environment. This is can define as goes by goes beyond just the physical layout of the classroom. It includes the emotional and social atmosphere within the classroom walls. Differentiated instruction calls on teachers to create a safe, inclusive, and supportive environment. Students must feel that they are accepted and respected regardless of their academic level, background, or personality. This can be achieved by establishing classroom rules collaboratively, building positive relationships with students, and creating verify workspace such as reading corners, collaborative tabs, and quiet areas for individual tasks. When students feel safe and confident, they are not more willing to take risks, ask questions, and collaborate with their peers. My personal experience with different instruction allow me to share a personal experience from my own classroom. While teaching the topic, while the teacher teaching the topic of ecosystems in Year 6 science class, I implemented differentiated instructions by first conducting a simple diagnostic test to assess my students' readiness level. Based on the result, I formed three groups. The first group made up of students who need foundational support. Were given flashcards, picture word activities, and one-on-one discussion to help build their understanding. The second group is engaged in guide research using filter digital resources, enabling them to explore the topic at a moderate level. The third group, who had already mastered the basics, we would talk with creating a digital model of an ecosystem using software tools. What I observed was remarkable. Each student was engaged and they were all learning at their own pace with tasks that suit their level and interest. This experience reinforced my belief that differentiated instruction is not just effective, it's essentials for a truly inclusive classroom. So, for the conclusion, differentiated instruction is not about a strategy. It's about mindset, a philosophy, a way of thinking about how we teach and how the student learn. It asks us as educator to recognize and respond to student readiness level, connect learning to students' interests, provide access to knowledge through varied learning styles, and create a safe and supportive environment where all students can thrive. By doing so, we empower every student to grow regardless of where they start. My personal experience and years of observation have shown me that different differentiated instructions increase student engagement. The second one is reduce learning gaps. The third is encourage autonomy and ultimately help students reach their full potential. Therefore, I firmly believe that differentiated instruction should be a foundation of our classroom practice. If we truly aim for an equitable and inclusive education system, then we must move beyond one size fits all methods and embrace an approach that recognizes the diverse strengths and needs of our students. Thank you so much for your attention. That's all from my video presentation forum discussion. Thank you.